Frida, a part-time animal-themed nail artist, lives with her best friend Jess in a rundown apartment. She dreams of a better life and often escapes reality by watching billionaire tech mogul Slater King on TV. Recently disgraced, Slater has issued a public apology and stepped down as CEO of King Tech, appointing his CFO Vic Mahoney in his place while retreating to a private island for healing. Frida recalls a warm encounter with Slater while working at his fundraiser gala the previous year. As she nostalgically replays his speech, she misses her bus and nearly loses her current job. Her boss gives her one last chance and assigns her to work the same annual Slater King Gala that evening. At the event, Frida is mesmerized seeing Slater in person again. After work, Jess surprises her with a dress so they can sneak into the after-party. When Frida slips and falls, Slater surprisingly rushes to help her. He introduces her to his inner circle, CEO Vic, therapist Dr. Rich, app developer Camilla, chef Cody, security head Stan, DJ Tom, and reality star Sarah. Frida and Slater bond throughout the night. By the end, Slater invites Frida and Jess to join the group back at his island. The group travels by private jet to Slater's lush, tech-free island. Upon arrival, Stacy, the island's wellness coordinator, confiscates everyone's phones for an off-the-grid experience. Frida is shown to a luxurious room where she's greeted with fancy perfume labeled Desideria. While exploring the room, an elderly maid enters and calls Frida Red Rabbit, which confuses her. Soon after, Frida and the other women lounge by the pool in matching swimsuits, indulging in weed and luxury. Frida finds herself subtly competing with Sarah for Slater's attention. Later, during a walk, Slater shows Frida the Desideria flower, said to have calming effects. That evening, at a lavish dinner prepared by Cody, the group is served a potent hallucinogenic cannabis, and the night blurs into a euphoric haze. The next morning, Frida finds dirt under her nails and can't recall parts of the night. A red gift bag with perfume is delivered to her, and Dr. Rich oddly reintroduces himself as if they've never met. As the days pass, Frida begins to enjoy the carefree lifestyle, but strange details pile up. An elderly maid collecting snakes, repeating outfits, memory gaps. Then during a party, Jess is bitten by a snake and pleads with Frida to leave the island. Frida dismisses her fears, thinking it's trauma from the bite. But the next day, Jess is gone. When Frida asks about her, the others claim they've never heard of her. Jess's room is now a storage closet. Frida confides in Sarah, who admits she, too, feels something is off. The women discover a room filled with Desideria perfume and learn from the old maid that the antidote to the memory loss is snake venom. Realizing their minds have been tampered with, Frida and Sarah secretly dose Camilla and another woman, Heather, with venom-infused vodka to awaken their memories. As Frida sneaks into Slater's room to retrieve the confiscated phones, she finds them all dead and unusable. Hidden under a desk, she sees photos of past victims, including herself, and suddenly remembers the horrifying truth. The women were drugged, raped, and Jess was murdered when she regained her memory. Frida regroups with Sarah and tells her everything. They pretend to go along with the evening's dinner, where Heather and Camilla, now fully aware, erupt in panic. Camilla pushes Tom into the pool while Heather attacks Vic. Security guard Stan shoots Heather and chases Frida into the woods, but Sarah saves her by killing Stan. Meanwhile, Slater and his men hide in a separate villa, where he strangles Camilla to death to silence her. Frida, searching Slater's room again, finds more damning evidence of past abuse. Stacy appears and admits the women's suffering is a necessary evil for the men's pleasure. Frida kills her in a brutal fight. Frida then reveals to Sarah that she had been on the island the previous year and that Slater had nicknamed her Red Rabbit because of her nail art. The two women prepare for a final confrontation. They head to the villa. Sarah hides while Frida knocks on the door. As Lucas, one of Slater's crew, opens it, Sarah shoots him and Cody. Inside, Frida fights Slater, who, in a moment of desperation, inhales from his vaporizer. She reveals she had replaced his usual meds with desideria, erasing his memory. Slater confesses to the crimes, claiming forgetting is a gift. Sarah is captured during the chaos and Slater kills her. But the desideria takes effect. As his mind resets, he's horrified by the bodies around him. Frida plays along and leads him out as the villa burns. The old maid watches in relief as the nightmare ends. 1 year later, at the next King Tech Gala, Slater, now subdued and reliant on his desideria inhaler, awkwardly greets Dr. Rich. The audience erupts in applause as Frida King is introduced as the new CEO of King Tech. She steps up to the podium as her husband Slater smiles beside her. Unaware of the truth she remembers all too well.